All right, new day, new video, which means new ball video. Guess what we're drilling today? Guess what? Purple hammer. And this one's the new one. So the way you can tell, one, the box, two, I don't know, pretty much nothing. It's gonna be the exact same. It's a re-release. It's not brand new. It is a re-release of the old purple hammer that made so many careers, including my own. And I don't even have a career. It just made me look good. So I'm gonna drill it. I'm gonna show you guys what I do to it on the press, why I lay it out the way I do, and I'm just gonna go match my best purple hammer and hopefully it looks the same. But all honest ball review here, not gonna pump it up when it doesn't deserve to be pumped up, even though it's the greatest ball of all time. So let's go drill it. Old one, new one, old one, new one. Come on. All right, so you saw the layout. Now you're seeing my first shot. First shot with the purple hammer, money off my hand, should I say. Second shot with my purple hammer, fall off balance. And that's when I start to notice this ball drives through the pins, and it drives through the pins super hard. Move a little right, still continues really hard. So one of the things about my old purple hammer, as well as this one, is it really, the first couple games I noticed, it goes pretty hard through the pins. It really wants to hook. Just a sharper motion for a urethane ball, a large hooking motion for a urethane ball, not necessarily sharp. I guess that was poor wording, but you'll see even when I move right, I 6-pin. When I move left, you know, I'm more of an 8-pin, there it is. I'm more of an 8-pin guy. But this ball, there is an infinite amount of boards I can move right and still have it hook. It's a urethane ball, but it's a monster, basically, is what how does that not hit? That's what I'm saying. Like, how does that messenger fly like that in front of it? If that hit, I was about to give you like 5 different slow-mos of that shot. But anyways, yeah, I mean, like, I'm throwing it harder. This is just an experimental practice session for me. I'm throwing it harder. I'm moving right, I'm moving left, really trying to see what this ball can do. Is it best when I go straight? Is it best when I go right? Is it best somewhere in between? And what I figured out is, like the original, it does need a little bit more oil than, let's say, a black hammer or a true motion or a U motion, whatever urethane ball you use. It does need a little more oil just because it hooks so much. And I love it. I love it. I love that it hooks so much. So because of all that hook, I decide to move a little left here, play up the gutter, 37 feet, super, super flat. And I found that there was a little shape on the gutter. So I tried to get out there and see if I could throw it super hard in that oil spot out on the gutter, and really just see what happens. And then from there, start to chase it in. You see me make a small move here, and my friend, the 8-pin, has arrived again. Another small move here, and I 8-pin, but this time I trip it because I'm an absolute monster, and so is the ball. So, yeah, you see me flexing. Come on. Keep moving, be a little nicer to it on this one. And I 8-pin again, so that's 3 in a row. Thank you, tip my hat. But yeah, so as I keep moving, I gotta keep pushing the ball through the fronts a little nicer, make that ball make an arc down lane, get my hand up the back. I'm doing multiple things to really make this ball smoother and smoother, because otherwise, if I moved in and got my hand around it, this ball definitely has the ability to go right down lane and go right pretty quickly, which is what I noticed. So it doesn't really have a spot where you can say like, oh, I need to use it here. It is one of those balls where you can use it multiple conditions, probably up to 45 feet with a little bit of hook on the gutter or a little hook early, all the way down to a 35-foot pattern. If you guys have minimal hand, I think this is the perfect urethane ball for you. And if you have a ton of hand and can't really control your ball down lane, this is going to be an option for you on multiple patterns. I think this is just the ball that a lot of people are going to love, just like the original one. And you see the original one here. The differences, I'll get an in-depth video later, but the differences really between these two are the older one for me just hooks a little differently. It's just a little smoother on the lane, and I think that's due to age. I've thrown the old one, I don't know, 10,000 games, and like the new one, at the very beginning, they both hooked pretty hard, and then as I put more games on them, they hooked the same amount. It was just a different shape on the lane. It was a little smoother, so I fully expect the new one, as I get 20, 30, 40, 50 games in, I'm gonna like it even more than I do right now, because it's gonna make that smoother, more urethane shape, and it's still gonna hook a ton, still gonna give me that infinite move right, just like this one here. But yeah, that's my take on the Purple Hammer. Hey guys, that was my Purple Hammer ball review. It is probably the best ball I've ever thrown. Just saying, not hyping it up. But that was the remake of the original Purple Hammer that they came out with, I don't know, 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Really changed the industry. A lot of guys are throwing urethane now. So it's gonna be a super important ball in my bag, one that I bring to every tournament. Probably I'm gonna bring that one, I'm gonna bring the original one, and for just a little sneak peek, a little sneak preview, the next video I'm making will be the Purple Hammer versus the Purple Hammer. I'm gonna compare them, do an in-depth shot by shot, playing different parts of the lane, comparing the two, and really just seeing what the differences are, if any. Today, the differences that I saw were, slim to none, which is a great thing, because the original Purple Hammer is one of the best balls I throw and one of the most useful in my bag. So until the next time, and until that comparison, I hope you guys have a good one, and definitely hit the subscribe button down below. Thanks.